And right about now, we have them in the studio, so we're going to just take the phones off for just a little while and to let our callers know that let's talk with our representative from the tourism. Right, okay, we got it together. Rena Mills.
Good morning, good morning.
Good afternoon. Right,
good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the listeners. How are you doing, okay? I'm good, thank you.
Are you from the GTA, right?
Right. Yes,
you're tourists. Okay.
No, hold on, Kim. I know you say GTA, but a lot of people might not understand and know what it means. So just please say what GTA means.
Grenada Tourism Authority.
Good, thank you.
From the festival board, Andy Leftis Madison.
Not from the festival board, but the cultural officer.
Cultural officer. Sorry. All right. Okay. Let's get together. Okay. So how you doing? Tell me.
I'm good, Kim. I'm good. And afternoon to all the listeners, viewers of Vibes FM.
Mm-hmm.
Good to be here.
Well, it's nice to have you guys in the studio as well too, because we know that this weekend coming up, that our annual Maroon Stringband Festival, right? Did I say it right, Miss Mills?
The annual Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival.
Cool. Okay.
We cannot leave out the stringband aspect of it.
Yeah, because that's part of our culture as well.
It is,
and it's always twinned in,
Exactly.
Stuff like that. And we have the launch that will take place this coming Saturday.
Most definitely.
And it's exciting already because speaking about it, and seeing what transpired last year and the years gone by, it seems as though it's growing and it's going to be just as entertaining as anything else too.
Well, yes, Kim, it's a festival that celebrates our culture and our heritage. And as Carriacouans, our culture plays a critical part in everything we do. I say culture is a way of life, and Maroon really brings out the way of life of the people of Carriacou and Pitimatnik. And this is it's into us. It's something that we born with. When I'm bread and meat, and we're gonna hopefully pass it on to the next generation so that when we go, it will be able to live on. So it's in us, and as the time gets closer for Maroon, everybody is hyped up. Even if it's just a regular village Maroon, when Mount Pleasant had a Maroon, everybody, Mount Pleasant Maroon Friday, but we have to win Maroon. And 6 Maroon coming up just now, Bogle's Maroon. So it's a hype about Maroon, and with the festival, we're bringing the string band aspect of the music into it. It's even more hype because more things happening bigger and a better scale.
And Kimmy rightly said that a lot of people would be coming for the Maroon Festival because the Grenada Tourism Authority, every year we do what we refer to as a survey. So sometimes we do a local, and sometimes we do both the local and exit surveys. So visitors that travel to the island, we sort of try to find out if they enjoy the festival, what aspect of it they enjoy, and if they would return, if they would speak to their friends and relatives about the festival so they too can visit. And I remember after last year, the report, it was excellent. Most people indicated that they enjoyed the festival. They would definitely tell their friends, and they too would return. And people already started contacting us, indicating that they'll be traveling to Carriacou for the festival. So we expect to see many people here again.
Well, definitely, and it's growing as we very well know today. But as we're getting ready now for Saturday, and this is going to be the launch of the festival, give us a little bit of idea of what we should be seeing. What will take place?
What's going to happen, Kim, is a little bit of everything that we try to have on the Maroon weekend, probably with the exception of the food. But everything else, the cultural aspect, the speeches. So we'll have speeches from government officials and sponsors. We'll have and committee members. We'll have some cultural aspects that will be displayed there. And we want to incorporate something a little earlier because the official part starts at 7 in the afternoon, in the evening. But we want to start the music and some little entertainment from about 12. So some of the companies will be there. We're having some sampling. The Grenada Distillers Limited will be there, sampling some projects. Also, Grenada Bottling Company will be there, and there's a new entity that has some other products that will be there sampling. So from about 12, music will be on in Hillsborough, and they'll be sampling. So if you're passing through town at that time, you can go sample whatever is there that I think well, there'll be some rum, there'll be some liqueur, there'll be some beers. I think the brewery is trying to do something also. So from Oli will be there, music in tongue, and then from 7, the official part with the official ceremony with the, like I said, the speeches from committee members, sponsors, government officials, and then some cultural activities from the string band, the quadrille dancing. We have a group from Grenada, a school. They normally here every year around the Maroon time. They were here last year, and they wanted to be part of this, so they're coming back and they want to participate. So they'll actually be doing an item as part of the cultural activity. That is St. George's Anglican School. Locally called Heinzie. So they'll be in Carriacou, and they are part of the program too, because they were here last year and they enjoyed what they saw. So they want to be part of it. So they'll be back here this year, and they're participating in the official launch.
And as part of it as well, we want to launch something that we'll be having every Sunday after the launch, well, with the exception of Easter Sunday on Paradise Beach. So when our CEO, Miss Petra Roach, when she came for the Maroon Festival last year, she said that she was in town, in Strings in the City, seeing everybody dancing the heels and toes and the big drum, and she wants to learn how to dance as well. And even other patrons that was at the Strings in the City, they said that they saw the heels and toe, the big drum, they were fascinated, that they want to learn that. So we took that advice, and more or less what we are doing every Sunday on Paradise Beach after the launch, as I said, with the exception of Easter Sunday, is to have like a build up to the festival where people can go and learn to dance the heels and toe, learn to dance the quadrille, learn to dance the big drum and stuff like that. Exactly.
Kim, so you know, if you kind of rusty, you come on.
Tune up.
Yeah, so we'll be launching off that as part of the launch on Saturday as well. We'll be introducing it there. So the string band will be playing, and we want everybody to participate and make it fun, because the launch, as you know, is a build up to the festival. So we are launching off the festival, declare it officially open, and from there on we're going to have activities to keep people informed, to to continue marketing and promoting this rich product that we have on the island.
Well, I'm glad to hear you saying that, because we expect the launch to be something spectacular, and with the continuation of the build up to get into the festival, it's going to make it even nicer.
Yes, because see what happens, sometimes keep you launch a festival, and then for the next 2-3 weeks you don't have nothing happening.
Right, okay.
And then people start, I thought the carnival come in, they do nothing, Maroon come after them.
Right, yeah.
So we want to have after the launch, so we have that little build up. So every Sunday, come down to Paradise Beach, string band will be there, and you can learn to dance, like I said, the heels and toe, the walls, the different aspect of the drum. So we have people helping and guide you through the process if you don't know. So by when we come for Strings in the City on the 27th, everybody should be dancing. Nobody stand up on one day. And if I could dance I'll be in tongue, and if the walls is playing, I want a partner, could go and get a partner, could go and get a pin for them and get somebody to dance with me, because we would have trained some persons, some persons the steps.
That's a good idea.
The thing about it, we are creating the means for you, and we want everybody to participate, because it depends on each and every one of us to make the festival great. It makes no sense you sitting at home and wondering what's happening in town and how town looks. So we're encouraging everybody to come on over to Hillsborough on Saturday and continue supporting the festival, because the festival is not just about us here and those who are trying to plan and execute. It's about Carriacou and Petit Martinique and Grenada by extension. It's about each and every one of us, and to make it great, we need the support of everyone.
And like our team say, Kim, coming together to preserve and showcase our culture is who we are. Because as everybody say, Carriacou is a cradle of culture. And we have to not just showcase it, we have to preserve it. We have to make sure that it's there for generations long after we're going to be gone. And that is we. It's not we ain't like I was telling somebody, I say, I ain't pretending I like string music. I grew up in that time as a child. When Christmas time coming and you hear strugglers coming, you waiting to hear the band come. You ain't sleep. When you know the band starting tonight, you ain't sleeping. The string music is part of it, the big drum. That is we. Every aspect of our culture in Carriacou, it's probably not as prominent now, but as a child growing up, every time, every fete you have big drum. You have drum all over the place. You have everything.
Yeah, string music.
Yeah, string music and drum all over the place.
And our for parents and everybody and that, you know.
And that's who we are.
That's it, eh?
That's we.
So it's embedded in us.
We don't have a choice.
We're born and we met it here.
And when that drum song, you have to respond to it.
We're born and met it here, and we have to continue keeping it alive.
So Saturday now is good. You're going to include all the different aspects of the
a little bit of everything,
except the saraka.
Yeah. But the pot will be there.
But the actual food will be there.
Yes,
but we'll have I show you the wood, the food, what it takes to make the saraka.
A demonstration.
We'll have pots, stones, the wood. You know, the ingredients for the pot. Everything would be around, but we just wouldn't have the food itself. But
so that's an incentive to everyone who visited the launch to come back for the festival to experience the food.
Okay. Okay. Now, speaking about the launch and the launch finish, and you said there'll be a build-up for the festival itself, you know.
Yes.
And looking forward now to the festival, the weekend only celebrate. That's the 26th, 27th, 28th, right?
Yes.
Of April. Right. Okay. Now, tell us what we could expect now as we go through that part of the celebration.
Well, again, Kim, it's 3 days of culture and heritage on display. And the Friday this year for the village Maroon, we are going to the BBHH community, and they say don't forget second H. So Bellevue, Belmont, Harryville, and Hermitage community.
Okay.
And it will be at the chapel. For those of you who don't know where the chapel is, a lot of people saying that they know when you say with the chapel. It's a place where you turn in Belmont by the bus stand. If you know it. When you go just over past Mama shop going towards Bellevue South, there's a clear area where the vehicles turn. There's a bus turn right there. That's the chapel. So it will be done right there where it has been done in the past. So right at there. And the Friday, so we'll be there. We've met with the community on 2 occasions so far. We've met with them earlier on just to throw the idea and see what they think, and the support has been tremendous. And then Tuesday last week was there again doing a actual site visit on the area, see how we're going to set up, where we're going to be cooking, where we're going to be sharing the food, where the stage for the cultural performance will be set up, and all these things. So we're going and ready to go for Friday at Belmont Chapel.
Okay. And then, yes, you was going to say something else there.
I was just going to expand on what he said regarding the weekend of activities. So we want everyone to come out the Friday. The first thing we'll be having is the blowing of the shell, which signifies the start of the Maroon. So early morning, when sunrise, shell blow, everybody come out. Let's wet the ground. It's our libation. We remember in our ancestors, of course, we remember in our ancestors who the road that they paved for us, and we're going to continue living on in their legacy. So we'll be blowing the shell on that morning, and then we'll participate in the libation. Following that, we'll be having the cooking of the food. And the thing about it, what we did last year, we sort of involved the school so that the school children could come and learn about it. Because we always say once it is with the children, then it would be there for generations to come. So we are inviting all the schools to bring their children very early in the morning. By 6 o'clock in the morning, they should be there. And then they would see the process starting to light the fire, put the stones together, light the fire. And I even remember last year they even participated. Some of them, they sort of moved the wood from one place, and some of them, they wanted to light the fire. And throughout the process, we were explaining to them the reason why we do things, because we not just want to do things, we want people and the children and even visitors to understand the significance behind it. As well, after that, now we'll be having the cooking of the food. A lot of visitors and children as well, they ask, oh, why we roll the rice, or how we roll the rice, and why saraka. Because if you realize what we refer to as saraka in Carriacou, it's different in Grenada. So it's a completely different experience, and we want to teach them why the experience is different. And then following that, now the evening we'll have the official opening, the flambeau parade, and cultural entertainment. As we say, that evening it's the BBHH community, and they would lead on that evening. They would showcase the rich ancestry and the rich heritage and everything in that village. So that evening is about them. They're leading on that, and we are supporting them. And as Lefty said, I mean, it's great going. I mean, it's already great.
I'm glad that you mentioned getting the kids involved, in the preparation and the cooking of the food and stuff like that, because I remember growing up as a little child, we were not privileged to come around the older folks, who were doing that, we were,
Yep.
and maybe one of the things that maybe you might find the interest not there in some of us, maybe because we were not involved, we were not allowed to participate,
And something I remember last year to Kim, because and it as I'm thinking about it now, it reminds me of how it used to be back then. In Maroon generally, one fire lights, one match you light and light one fire.
Yeah.
And that fire lights every other fire.
Yeah.
And that's how it was in the village. When you light a fire, nobody then burn matches. Somebody come by you and get a piece of fire, a piece of hot coal, a piece of wood with a fire, and go and light there. I remember last year the kids were there, and they were, after we lit the first fire, they were taking wood from that and going and light the other.
Right.
And they remember one of the officers from the RGP, the fire department, was there, and he was showing them, telling them what the process. So you have the light fuel, the paper, and then the liquor one, the bramble, and then showing them how to pack the fire. So that, and it was a real learning experience for them. I remember one parent telling me, the child doesn't wake up to go to school, but that morning 4 o'clock the child up because the child want to go to.
They want to see
They want to go to be part of it. So it's encouraging. I think last year we had Harveyville School was there, Mount Pleasant. I think these two schools were there, and we encouraging other schools to use the initiative to bring not everybody, but bring some of the class to witness that the start of the Maroon, not just come in the evening to eat food, but to see the process and to understand the significance of some of the things we do and why we do what we do.
The thing about it, Maroon is about unity since the days of our ancestors, since the days of the estates. It was said that Maroon, they were runaway slaves. They ran to the hills, formed themselves into a close-knitted community. There they started cooking and sharing together. So we know this festival is about unity, about coming together and remembering them. So hence the reason why you would see everybody coming together, even as you mentioned, the lighting of the fire. Everything should be a togetherness.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing that now, to make sure that the kids, especially the younger generation, part of the exercise.
Of course.
And that would be almost guarantee a continuation of the culture being, going through the communities, yeah.
And even last year, I remember coming out from the festival, a point that was made is that we need more cultural groups on the island, and hence the reason why, Mr. Madison's office is leading now and championing the cause for us to have more bands on the island. So now they're going into the schools and teach music. We are supporting them in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So big drum, they're teaching big drum and string band music in the schools, and more or less we should have a performance by young string band players at the launch, and even at the festival we are trying to get the big drum players, we're trying to get the young quadrille players, young string band. We were aspiring to get the quadrille as part of the launch as well, but Teacher Baby, who is leading, she's not on the island, but for the festival in itself, you would see the young ones playing an active role, because once it is with them, it is here for years to come.
That's very, very important.
Yeah, and they will be featured as Strings in the City, which has become one of the marquee event of Carriacou Maroon Festival. Strings in the City has become a huge game. There are people who come and if they miss Strings in the City, to them they miss the whole Maroon. It's strange. Imagine people they stop in the hot sun to 1, 2 o'clock dancing and enjoying themselves in the hot sun.
I remember last Maroon Festival, when I saw Strings in the City and how successful it was, the participation that took place there, I was really, really surprised because it was maybe almost temperature was in the 90s, maybe.
Hot sun.
Hot sun.
Listen, so I always taking videos and photos, and when I looked at the video for last year, I looked at the videos for over the years, I was like, what is this? The amount of people I saw participating and seeing Petit Martinique coming down in the numbers, we display the traditional wedding, and that is what Petit Martinique is about. So when I saw so many people participating and in the hot sun, as left, it's just just indicated.
And that
I was
sun was
wondering,
hot.
well, what's happening?
The sun was hot that day.
It was. You know, I remember it was being broadcast live.
Yeah.
I was looking at it on Facebook, you know,
Yeah.
and I was enjoying it in my cool room, but I was just saying to myself, boy, how these people taking the heat out there. But you could see, you could see that they were enjoying themselves, and it's our culture too. You know.
At that time, you don't feel the heat of the sun. You don't feel the heat of the sun.
Not at all.
But when you come out here, I was like, what the hell? How is having this heat?
I remember Country Boys was the featured band, and the thing about it, after when they say, all right, final song, you're just hearing one more, and the people just didn't want to stop dancing.
There was a one more song for about a half an hour.
Yes.
One more.
And that took place Saturday
morning.
Yeah. So we have the Friday now where we have the Saraka taking place in the BBH community, right?
Yes.
And then you're going to have the Saturday strings in the city, morning time. But that's not the end of the weekend. The weekend is just starting.
We're just halfway there. Yes. So Saturday afternoon we'll have the cultural explosion, where we display cultures from Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, Union, St. Vincent, and we at the Botanical Gardens again. Bel Air Heritage Village is not in a condition to host any event at the moment, so we'll be at the Botanical Gardens once again, and we have put together a program that will be
Attractive
for everybody, for the young, the not so young. I want to say old people or big people, but not so young. Because bad music, we ain't so young again.
Right, okay.
But we could enjoy ourselves still. So we're putting together a package, and some of the, we don't want to announce everything now, but at the launch we'll announce some of the groups that will be there that will be hype for the weekend. Some of the groups that we're bringing in. There are some new ones, some ones that have been here before.
Yeah.
And we'll unveil some of them at the launch on Saturday. And we want to ensure that when you come, from the time you come to the Botanical Gardens on that Saturday afternoon, the ambience alone we're trying to create in there would inspire you and take you right back to your ancestors.
You'll be wowed.
Yeah, we're trying to get that from enter the event, the venue. Wow, we want to create that wow as you enter. I mean, because they're doing some work at the Botanical Gardens to do an additional entrance, vehicular entrance. And this morning I had a meeting with one of the agriculture officers, and the work has started. So we should be ready so that normally it's one vehicular entrance into the gardens from that Avenue. Yeah. It's one entrance in and out, and when it's always congested vehicle coming and people have to pass, and so we're doing another entrance where the old power station used to be.
Okay.
The Main Street is doing an entrance here.
Okay.
And today I had this. Well, we talked about it before, and so today.
So that's going to make you exit on what, Morris Street?
Yeah, on Morris Street. So all vehicle coming into the gardens will be coming from that way, and so the area in front of First Avenue will be just for pedestrians. So people don't have to worry. They walk in and a vehicle want to bounce them down.
Okay.
So that will be able to create an ambience as you're coming into the gardens. We have some things in the pipeline that would wow you as you come into the gardens.
Okay. So now you're speaking about the Saturday afternoon, evening, going into the night.
Yes.
So what time that activity is scheduled to start?
8 p.m.
Around 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Not wrong. We want to start at 8. We're aiming to start on time, all events on time, and like we see from the launch would indicate where we are on that, because we really important that, because some of our senior citizens come out to these events and they come early. I don't want to have them be sitting down an hour waiting for something to start. You want, even it's 8 o'clock, by 7:30 they are there. Most of these people they are there by 7:30. So by 7:45 you want to be able to, alright, the MC in place, the first act and stage, what has happened is there, and as 8 o'clock we start the event. So we want to be able to do that, so that we're working with our stage service providers to ensure that everything is in place so that we can have prompt start for all our events.
Well, I think that's important, what you just mentioned there, because over the past years, we have a problem with start time.
I hate being late. I don't like to rush. Anytime you leave, you have to rush. I don't like to rush.
The thing about it, we have a culture, people, whereby we stay at home and wonder what's going on, calling to see if the event has already started, and we're bumping in. When the event's supposed to start 7, we're bumping in at 9. So we're going to tell the people now, if you come 9 and our event is supposed to start 7, once the officials and whoever are there, the artists, the bands, we're going to start.
There was an event you had to come in here, and you say Carriacou, you believe, and when you came,
it already started.
It started.
Yes.
It started.
Carnival.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
so
that's a plus.
Yes.
That would be a plus then.
Yes.
And that's the Saturday evening now.
Saturday evening.
But we're not finished yet.
No. Oh, the Sunday. I mean, everything climaxes on the Sunday.
Call you listen to
Paradise
Process?
Beach.
Yeah.
the part I'm looking forward to, yeah. I mean, in the beginning, it's just Saraka, yeah. So
And there'll be Saraka on Saturday also.
and Saturday too.
Yes.
So we get in 2 days.
Yeah. What happened in the past? Some persons who didn't make it up for the Friday. See, will I come up the Friday night, but then they get in Carriacou, they might not have gotten food. So they want to experience the Saraka. So the Saturday Strings in the City, there'll be Saraka and Strings in the City also.
Okay, all right.
Selling though.
All right, okay.
But
You saw the
yes.
smile on her face, eh?
Yeah. It will be there. It will be there.
All right, so that's the Saturday night, and then it continues.
Yeah, so the Saturday nights in the Bottom Gate, and the Sunday
It continues.
on Paradise Beach.
So what are you planning for Paradise Beach now? This Sunday, that's the finale, grand finale.
The thing about it, last year, what we realized, while we were down there setting up and looking for a 4 p.m. start, we realized 1, 2 o'clock people just walked in and they took their seats. So we're trying to capitalize on that this year. We're going to start the music at 12 o'clock on Paradise Beach. Because they know that is the last day, they want to be part of it. Some of them who probably didn't come out the night or had such a great night on the Saturday and Friday, they mean, okay, well, the Sunday, that's it. Not until next year, please God again. So I'm going to come down there early. So we want you to come down there early. Of course, it is the best beach, the best Caribbean beach, according to the USA's top readers' choice. We were voted best beach, right? So everybody will be down there, coming down from 12 o'clock. We're going to have some entertainment build up for the 4 p.m. start of the cultural entertainment and live bands.
So that's Paradise Beach.
Yes.
And
Sunday.
And Kim, one more thing is, because we would have been doing the build up, the practice on Paradise Beach, we expect a lot of people to come early. Because normally Sunday on Paradise Beach is Paradise Beach generally crowded on the Sunday. People come to the beach, just relax on the beach. And Sunday, nothing special, but just come and relax on the beach and have a conversation with friends and family. So we want to make sure that we set up early and have music playing, persons coming around can mingle. We are looking at a few innovative ideas to keep people entertained while they're there before the actual program start the afternoon. So we want people to come down early. You can come make it a beach day, a picnic day. You can come with your baskets early, go take a duck in the sea and come back and relax and be entertained on the beach.
Okay.
And something we are looking to also last year, one of the feedback we got was that the beach area itself was a bit dark. So we're working with the ministry, and the ministry have some solar lights, so we can kind of light up the beach so it wouldn't be as dark. I know the ministry have some solar lights, so we can put some light between the grapes trees and things to create a nice atmosphere on the beach. So while you're there, feel a little, I mean, we're safe and secure, but we feel a little even more secure. There'll be lights in some of these areas.
And if you realize, we're talking a lot about the reviews we heard from people. So we want everybody out there, if you have a suggestion, if you have a recommendation, what you think we should do to improve the festival, you can reach out to us and share your idea with us. I mean, some of it may not happen this year, but of course we'll make note of it for going forward. So please reach out to Lefties or myself or Dwayne Williams or Basie or Jennifer Lega, the cultural office or the tourism office, and just let us hear your suggestion. What you think we can work together, how we can work together for the betterment of the festival.
Well, it's so important to get the input of people. because sometimes they have ideas and things like that that they would like to,
Yeah.
just discuss, and maybe it's good ones too. They want to adopt them as well.
Something I always see personally, and within the organizing committee, we always say that none of us have a monopoly on ideas, and more brains you have, more thinking you have, more ideas you have coming in, you can always get. Sometimes you might have an idea, Kim, and you might throw it out to me, but then the same idea you have and you're throwing to me, Rina might say, but what Kim said, we could tweak it a little and make it better.
Right.
I might have an idea of what I want somebody to do, but somebody from the outside looking at it could say, now if you do so this way, it could even better, bigger impact. So it's always good to listen to ideas and
Build
see
up on
how
it.
you can build. Because I remember when we was in a meeting, I was thinking about a theme for this year's festival. And I know if it's one of them old man that come and give you a rap in the head. And why we in the meeting there, this can come? Coming together to just showcase the culture.
This is who we are.
It wasn't easy, but just so, just came and we, that's good. We need to come together to showcase and preserve the culture, because me and BC and culture alone can preserve the culture.
Definitely not.
We have to get other people involved.
Right,
you know.
yeah.
Yes, we need string bands and we trying to work. If teacher maybe they may work in preserving the quadrille aspect and getting the young ones involved. So we had to come together and do that. Miss Ray and them and Teacher Thierry and them with the young Shakespeare Mass in Montreal and Harveyville. We had to come together as a people to make sure that we preserve this thing so we can showcase it. Because if we don't have it, what are we showcasing?
Well, as you just mentioned, the younger ones, getting them involved there, and you just mentioned there too that the Shakespeare and the Big Jump. So we're going to be seeing some little
Bit of everything.
of
Steel
the
pan,
younger ones.
maple, everything.
Yeah, man, all the cultures that
Everything.
Carriacou have.
Yes, because if the idea behind the Maroon is to showcase our tradition, showcase our culture, our food, our music, our dances. So once someone comes to Carriacou, because at the tourism office, people been reaching out to us, when can we come to Carriacou to experience your big drum or your quadrille? So we often tell them that time of the year, the Maroon time of the year, once you come that time, you're experiencing every single thing.
Right, yeah.
Beat off everything.
Everything.
And that's nice, eh?
Yeah.
Because, that time there, but,
Everything.
a lot of people now are looking forward to see the performance of the younger ones.
Kim,
Because
they want to see. They want to see us again.
No.
And they're tired of seeing us.
Yeah, that's it. They want to see the younger
Yeah,
ones.
the young
now.
ones, and that's the idea.
Uh-huh.
So part of the music program, we're going to the school. We're going to the school to teach the string music in the schools. Harveyville, Leicester, Hillsborough. Pretty much we've started in those. We're going to expand to all the schools in Carriacou and Pittimatnik to ensure that 20 years from now, 10 years, 5 years from now, even 2 years from now, we can have vibrant string bands all over Carriacou and Pittimatnik. Because one of the things we also got from last year is that there was not enough string band music, string bands, not enough of it on display. So this year we want to make sure that we have as much as we can, and with that we're trying to have the younger ones involved and get other persons involved.
So the possibility of having like maybe a representation from all of the schools is in making.
That's a possibility. But the strings, the kids will be at Strings in the City. And one thing we're gonna do to again this year, Kim, at Strings in the City, to showcase the versatility of the string music, of string band music.
Yeah.
Is that for the last few years they've been having the meetup, the wedding meetup with the kick and flag dancing. This year we'll not be having the kick and flag dance. What we're gonna have? We're having a meetup with a band meet band. You know what happened on Christmas Day when band meet band?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna have band meet band meetup in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have one band one side, one band and come in the middle, tune for tune. Let me see who's the better band. So we're gonna bring that Christmas serenading experience.
Right.
So those people who won't be here for Christmas and never experience that would experience it at Strings in the City, because that's another unique part of our culture.
Yeah,
the serenading thing. I think
I've seen quite a number of times when the Baba Boys and they get
together. Yes,
Street
exactly.
Boys,
So
they get together. So it's got to be something similar.
Exactly, because it is strings. And that is Because string, everybody know the string music here. We playing wake, we playing in repast, we playing wedding meet up. But this is where it come from. That serenading thing.
Right.
So
Well, I think that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
And
We
that's
wanna-
going to be
We want to encourage everybody to participate, because your
Yeah.
participation is what would make it what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So everybody come with your banjo, your guitar, well, your instruments, whether it be string or percussion, or even your singing voices, and choose which side you want to go on, whether the northern side or the southern side,
Yeah.
and let's just make it great.
Yeah, because the ideas came, and we did Expo Carriacou did a live, was 2019
2019.
Guava Boy
Yeah.
and Stewie met, and we did it boxing the clash,
yeah.
and I think hundreds of thousands of views
Yeah.
from all over the world been doing this, and wow, that is so unique, so nice, you know. And I think it's nice camaraderie, and we're planning it so that it would be really exciting, because just speaking to BC and Joan and MBC, we're gonna do it in sections. So you go have the parang section.
Yeah.
So parang, you got the parang section, then you go have the gospel section.
Yeah, okay.
Gospel tune
yeah,
for
right,
tune.
for tune.
Yeah, and then we go have the soca other music section. So you have to make sure you come there and have tune to back up with, because when the men play a tune, you have to be able to come with a tune to punctuate it.
The thing about it, we have a lot of things here in our culture. We tend to take it for granted, right? Because I remember after doing the live for that, someone from Grenada reached out to me. She's organizing events in Grenada, and she wanted to come up to Carriacou and stage an event with the tune for tune and the band clash. Imagine someone from Grenada came up, and even us here, sometimes we take it for granted. When I travel again, the amount of people that would reach out to us about all that we're doing, all our traditions and culture, and they want to come and experience it. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, the thing about it, you know, we particularly in Carriacou, and we've been labeled as the creator of culture.
Of course.
And showcasing now and bringing these things to the forefront now is so important.
Yeah.
Let us show why we are.
Who we are.
Let's prove it, who we are.
Social media has made it a lot easier to showcase
Yeah.
and get it to the wider world. So that's why people when they people now know I can walk in there now, and everybody
You left this?
they're playing in the Stringband.
Okay, yeah.
And we have been seeing guys who play there, but they don't remember that. They remember
Right.
because the social media has now exposed
Quite a bit of
all
that. Yeah,
aspects of our culture
Right.
to the wider world, and they've seen how unique and rich our culture is, and they want to be part, want to get involved, to experience it. We have a friend at Trinidad living in the US, Leslie and James. I can't call her name. She's one of the huge support of culture train, and she been following the band for years. And she always say when we do the parang train, she says she always wonder what happens when the live done. What does happen? And last year she was here, and after the live, she was the first one at Big Road, and she was like, so this is what you guys actually do after the live cut out. So this is what we're missing. You know, the fun, because guys go in the shop, eating candy fun biscuit and just talking and busy end up going a barrel, all kind of craziness happens after the live gone down. And so she was so happy to experience it live, you know. Yes, you might be watching something on your phone, you're watching it on social media, but when you come and you experience it live, it's a completely different thing. I mean, like you say, you was watching our Strings in City from your AC, but if you was out there and experiencing and seeing people and hearing, man, I tell you, one time I was dancing, I was going from partner to partner, because so much of people dancing. Every song, half a song, you have somebody wheel you out and you have a new partner. You know, the experience, just being there and experiencing it is interesting.
Well, this is what we're going to be getting again, a repeat of maybe last year and even better. And we're looking forward to it.
Most definitely.
Because, and one of the problems that we have from time to time here in Carriacou, especially when the festival are growing to this magnitude, is that when the visitors come now, we need to make sure we have a place to accommodate them. You know?
Yes.
And this has been an issue that the Handle Tourism been trying to see, because, you know.
Kim, fortunately this year, there was last year, I remembered when we went in to book rooms at his dream. Chris had a conversation. He said, "By what?" Because remember, the Masters cricket tournament is the same weekend as. And Chris said, "But I wonder why we having these two significant events at the same time."
Right.
And just everything happening one time, and we stress for rooms, stress for transport, stress for everything. He said, "But it would be nice if you could separate them." And we had a discussion we had with the organizer at the Masters tournament, and it is now the week after.
Yeah.
So the Maroon and the Masters both has a window where we don't have to be too tight on our comedy. Yes, it still gonna be club because people will be coming, but we have a little breathing room.
A little bit, yeah.
Yes.
Just a little.
Yeah. Just a very
Just a
little.
little,
Yeah,
yeah.
because the amount of people that came, a lot of the rooms are already booked up.
Yeah. Because what I realize that people are calling and asking about is that seeing that the twin weekend after weekend is weekend after following.
Someone
Someone to get somewhere want to come and stay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
For
the
both,
idea.
you know.
Yeah.
That's the idea behind it, right? Because we realize a lot of people, they want to enjoy the Masters because both of them have their audience. A lot of people into the Maroon Festival because of the heritage part of it. A lot of people into the cricket because of the sporting aspect of it. Some people, when they come for the Maroon or they come for the Masters, they want to enjoy both of them. So when we spoke to Mr. Andrews, and we want to say a special thank you to Mr. Andrews, he said, "You know what? Over the years, you all been talking to me about it, and I feel I could do it this year, for next year, please, God." And we're so happy that Mr. Andrew agreed to move it. So the thing about it, when we encouraging people, you come for the Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival this weekend, and then the following week, you stay on for the Masters tournament. So
Tuesday, the Wednesday.
right, so by that now, you have people staying on the island for a longer period, more revenue generated.
And something to Kim, like for example, while the games are going on during the day, the Friday, the people who follow the cricket, they miss out on most of the food.
That's one of the things.
When they come after the cricket, they come to the area where the food is being shared. Most of the food done. You get little scraps you get left over.
Yeah.
Strings in the city they can't come because they didn't cricket.
Right.
I mean, for years I wasn't able to experience strings in the city because I was umpiring. So sometimes I come and play and I have to run and go back and umpire.
Right.
You know, so this gives everybody opportunity to come into strings in the city, enjoy it. And then next week we're going in cricket.
Right.
It really posed a challenge for us as well because the Grand Tourism Authority, we sponsor both events, the Maroon and the Masters tournament. We weren't able to go to the Masters tournament because even as part of the prize giving, we're required to be there this Sunday afternoon. But Sunday afternoon, we're always at Paradise Beach for the final Maroon. Okay. So, I mean, it's a really great thing that Mr. Andrew saw the vision and he agreed, and we want to commend him for that.
Yeah. Well, this year is going to be much different and easier too, you know.
Yes.
And it's going to give people a chance, you know, if they want to see both.
Yeah, you get
Yes.
To see both, you know.
For the first time, I'll be in the Masters tournament.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's nice that you guys are giving us a nice, you know, a description of, you know, what's going to be taking place for the upcoming festival, you know? And I think it's very exciting. I think people are looking forward to it. I've been looking at some of the comments coming in now too, and they're saying, you know, that they just can't wait.
I know a lot of people been saying that because, well, with the social media, from time to time we would update and tell people, don't forget, Maroon is coming and be sure to come to experience. And you'll see a lot of comments saying, we cannot wait, we just want to be there. I wish the time already here. The people just want to experience our culture. So they will be coming.
And Kim, I must say it, for the Friday at the BBH, Belmont, the Belmont community, when we first met with them, they were very excited about the initiative. And last Tuesday when we were there, I mean, the enthusiasm and the way they're full speed. They've taken this thing and they're running with it, because they've walked through most of the community, informing community members of the Maroon, and have gotten pledge of stuff from community members and pledge to work. Because they've already put aside the days when they'll be butchering and seasoning meats and all these things. who they are going to be getting meat from, and then the cultural aspect. We tell them, well, give us a hint of what you're doing here. Say no, he wants us to be a surprise. They want to be a surprise. I mean, we have an idea what is happening, you know, because some of the basic the flambeau parade, the big drum and those things. But they say they have a few little things they want to really get out of the bag and keep it to have it as a surprise to us. So we're expecting a real explosion of culture, because the CCO Big Drum Group is basically from that part of the island, and there will be a showcase the Big Drum aspect, and we're looking forward to that Friday. Again, like you say, the most important part of that Friday for me is the food.
Well, it's good that, you know, all plans are in place right now.
Yes.
Just basically waiting for time now to just execute.
We can safely say that, I mean, the planning thus far, we are almost 90% there. We're just waiting on time. We started early this year because we realized that the marketing and promotions of the festival is important. There are a lot of people in the diaspora who has been reaching out to say that they're coming for the festival. They always heard of it, but they didn't know what it was. And now, as Lefty said, social media is there, so now they're getting to know more about it. So a lot of people, they just want to know what date and what time and what is it having, and they book their ticket in advance and come. So that's why we say, okay, well, early planning, so we can put out the information as early as possible, so who wants to book their ticket, they can do so.
But speaking about participation and speaking about people coming into Carriacou as well too, you know, what has been happening over the last couple of years to the participation we're getting from mainland Grenada has made a big impact, you know, on the production and
into our festival.
It is, you know.
And we're happy that Osprey now is making that trip every day, well, with the exception of Sundays, because more or less that posed a challenge for us last year. Even in bringing in visiting groups, there were some people who say that they work up till late on Friday, they would like to come up this Saturday, but Osprey was not making the trip. So we are happy that they're making the trip now so that people can plan in advance. Another thing that was a challenge for us over the years in Grenada, Spice Mass. They launched the same weekend with the Maroon Festival, but this year it is different. I think they launched in the following week or something. So now we know that we'll even get more participation from mainland Grenada. We already know we have from the Grenadines, the entire Grenadines normally come down, but now we're happy that we'll be having even more. So it will be great.
I mean, when Spice Mass first put out this year, they had it clashing again, and I don't know if it's the minister that spoke to somebody, and then we see they put it to the following weekend. Because I mean, Carriacou Maroon, from it started, it's the last weekend in April.
Yeah, it's been always like that.
It's the last weekend in April.
Always been like that. Yes.
So if you don't know when the last weekend in April is. Last weekend in April.
Right, yeah.
You know?
So just put that on the calendar.
The last Friday, the last Friday in April day, that is Maroon Friday.
Okay.
Sometimes if Friday is the last 30th of April, and the next Saturday is May Day. Because there was a year when May Day and Maroon
clash at the same time. I remember that,
You know?
But it's nice that things are gelling nicely together now.
I think that was the same year of COVID, you know. So it didn't happen. I remember we were talking about it and wondering, well, how are we going to that?
I remember there was a year, the Sunday, the last day of Maroon was May Day. I remember I went to the time he used to be up at Bel Air. We went to the rectory first, then we went up to Bel Air.
Okay.
The Sunday, Paradise Beach.
No,
it
wasn't Paradise Beach as yet. This was up at Bel Air.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember I was like,
all right. Well, what I want to do now, you know, I just looking at our time, you know, and we got about another 5 minutes in the program, you know, but we've been leaving our listeners out of the calling and asking a question or two. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the telephone line. We got about another 5 minutes to go. If you want to call and just ask anything about the Maroon in particular, the Maroon Festival, you can do so at this time, because I have in the studio with me those representing the Maroon organizing committee, and you can call 443-0101-439-0101, and the WhatsApp number again is 1-473-53530-3097. Okay, Koi, anything you want to say to our guest who's here now as it pertains to what's taking place. Upcoming
Mm.
this Saturday is the launch, and
Yeah.
after that is the build up into the festival.
Festival, yes. I am always thrilled when discussions on the culture is taking place or is been done, and I wonder if we can consider the Maroon Festival as a coming together of all the cultural practices on the island. Because I hear you talking about, you're talking about the string band, you're talking about the different aspects of things, the saraka. So I'm just trying to get a confirmation in my mind too. Can we
Most definitely.
refer to it as the coming together of all
Most definitely.
cultural practices on the island?
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All our traditions, and
Mm-hmm.
it's where you can come to an event and get a taste of the rich culture of Carriacou, all aspects of our culture.
Mm.
So you get the big drum, you get the string music, you get the quadrille, you get the Shakespeare, you get a little bit of everything, you get the dances, you get the food, you get a little piece of everything,
Mm.
And the Maroon just brings everything, one big kalaloo.
So, are there any similarities or such with All Saints, the All Saints time?
No, the All Saints time is the All Saints time. That's, for me, it's the start of the serenading season, start of the Christmas season for me. Growing up as a child,
Yeah.
Mm.
after All Saints, then the band starts serenading. So to me, the All Saints brings in the Christmas, but they also have now introduced the corn fest, which uses corn and show the different products and what a really superfood a corn is. Corn is a superfood because you have so much of things you can do with corn at different stages. You can have the green corn, you can roast it, you can make dumplings that get hard, as it get harder, you dry, and you can make so much things with corn and the byproducts of the corn. That the festival built around that, the corn fest is built around showcasing the versatility and the diversity of how we can use corn, because corn is a staple, and we plant corn and peas every year, and we have corn, so we must learn how to not just roast corn or green corn dumpling or boil corn or cuckoo. You have other things you can do with corn. You could make pay me, you could make other things, That's one of the things I see in the corn fest, I experienced them before.
I think what you're referring to, the fact that we're saying the Maroon is about our ancestors and All Saints is about lighting candle for our loved ones.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are some similarities there.
Yeah.
Let me,
Yeah.
gentlemen, let me just see if I could take a call. What's up, caller? Calling for the program, caller?
Yes, I'm calling for the program.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, Kim. Something shocked me so much. Last week, I sent in my passport to renew, and
Caller.
yesterday, they called me and tell me that the passport was ready.
Oh, I mean, it's in quick timing. Is that what you're saying?
Eh?
You're saying in quick timing? You're surprised by that?
I said last week, I sent in my passport to renew, and yesterday called me and told me it's ready.
Yeah.
So what is
I
the
can't
problem?
believe it.
So I'm saying you are surprised by that. You are surprised by that.
I want to know what the former government was doing all the time. You have to be waiting for months to get back your passport.
Yeah.
Even your driver's license, they give you a piece of paper to hold in your purse, and by the time you get back the driver's license, the writing on the piece of paper come out. You have to wait for months for everything, and now everything is no transformation.
Yes. Okay. Okay. All right.
Well, that's good news, eh? That's very good news, right?
What the former government was doing all the time? What?
That's a
And you have
question.
people who bad for the government still. I don't understand.
Okay. Okay, I could understand what you're saying. Okay. All right. Okay.
Everything is no for no. Everything
Okay.
is no for no.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, caller. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, gentlemen, let's get to wrap it up. I say, gentlemen, Rena, with no apologies. Let me start with you, my lady.
All right, thank you very much. And thank you for having me here. I just want to encourage everyone to come and down over to Hillsborough this Saturday for the launch of the annual Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival. As we indicated earlier on, it is about all of us making it great and making it a success. And from there on, going up into the festival itself, we want everyone participation, not just for the Maroon Festival, but for all our festivals and events on the island. It's about us making it great.
Okay,
thank you.
Leftist?
Yeah, Kim, just to continue what Rena say, encouraging everyone to come out at the launch, who can make it at the launch on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, to be part and experience, get a taste of what is to come for the Maroon 2024. And on the Maroon weekend, those of you here in Carriacou, or those of you in the diaspora, wherever you are, and is coming for the festival, hurry up and book your passage to be here because we're going to have a really good Maroon Festival 2024.
Let me just take a final caller on the program. Caller? Landline?
Yes, Brother Kim. Good evening.
Yeah.
This is Victor Mr. Popia, sir. And hello to you. Well, as a matter of fact, this morning when I called, I forgot my manners to say good afternoon and things like that. But anyway, here am I again. Good afternoon, everyone. And to Miss Rena Mills. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you?
Well, good, thank you. Good, thank you. I always look at your guys whenever I get a chance. But first time I'm having the opportunity to speak to you guys. And I said, well, let me engage and endorse the opportunity to say hi and hello. And also to Mr. Leftist.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Where is my boy this evening? Basically, is he there?
No, he's not here. He's on engagement.
On another side. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, anyway, this is Victor, Mr. Pope. That's come see ground boy here.
Yeah.
So let him know that I said hello. And Mr. Leftist, I don't know which matters you are, but it doesn't matter right now. But anyway,
Tintin is my father.
Okay. Well, President, good evening to you, sir.
Okay.
And Miss Rena Mills, the leader of the group, right?
For now, I'm in the capacity of representative for Grenada Tourism Authority on the Maroon Committee.
Okay. Well, anyway, I really want to commend you all guys on all what you all been doing, even since from way back when and even up to now. Well, is better now actually than before, I would think, and with social media that make it much wide. You got a wider audience now. So congratulations to you all guys, and continue to work. I would not be able to make the Maroon and all kind of thing like that, but whenever I get the chance, I will be watching or listening in and so forth. So again, congratulations to each and every one of you all guys. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Keep up the good work.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
then.
bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, all right. So once again, let me thank you, both of you, for coming by here today and informing the public, and looking forward to a successful festival. And feel free, if the need arises, to come back again and give more information.
Of course, after the festival launch, we'll be coming
Yeah, I come back again.
from
Yes.
time to time.
All right, so we're going to hold you for that, okay? We're
Yes.
going to hold you at that. Okay, all right, okay. Thank you so much, both of you.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of the day, okay. All right, well, Carl, you see what...
Yeah, well, I observed. I noted. I'm seeing the energy flow, and the plans and the ideas. So I guess once it's our culture, Carriacou has a knack for culture. That is why we are referred to as the culture of cradle of culture. Yes, and it's always good to showcase. I also would hope that we have proper documentation on the building and expansion of our culture from as we go forward. And I really wish all the activities that we go be having, it goes well, and people learn and learn things, and learn to understand some more what is our culture and what it means for us as a people, really.
Well, again, as we're wrapping up there, we want to thank our listeners, each and every one of you, for your participation in the program today. And I think it was very informative. It was entertaining. And there was, it was just what the usual Speak Out Unfiltered. And we always look forward to the program and never know exactly what's going to take place on the program, because the program doesn't belong to us. It belongs to our listeners, our callers, those who participate, right?
One last thing, I want to say to our listeners is that if you see anybody going on a boat, and the boat is heading to Carriacou, and you also look on that boat and you see a truck with gas, please step out.
Okay.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and not the views of this radio station.
Well, that has just brought us to the end of our program for today, right here on Vibes FM, Speak Out Unfiltered. And we want to thank you so much, our listeners, those of you who participated, those of you who listened, and whatever way it was, it's always a pleasure being here. So, I'm your humble servant, yours, truly Kim the King. Once again, enjoy the rest of your day, and see you next time, next week, same time, same place. Hopefully.